What up, folks? I'm ultrazillatoys. I have a review of the Robot Spirits Side Super, as in Super Robot Grendizer U, or Grendizer from GRENDIZER U. I like to call him Grendizer U because it just makes me know which Grendizer I'm talking about. This is Grendizer from the latest Grendizer anime, which I've yet to watch because it hasn't been available for me to watch. If you guys know how to watch it in the United States, please let me know. But from what I've been able to tell, it hasn't been available to watch yet in the US. But I do want to watch it. I love me some Grendizer, one of my favorite super robot designs. You've seen me review the Soul of Chogokin here on the channel, but this is special for me because I have been asking for a super robot action figure line for a long time. Now, I really wanted it to be like Gundam Universe, meaning a cheaper super robot line. But, you know, was not to pass. They put it in the Robot Spirits line, which is a little bit of a higher quality line than the Gundam Universe. The only problem is the figures are a little bit smaller than Gundam Universe figures, so there's always that question of, you know, is it, you know, worth the money or not? That's the question I've always had with Robot Spirits. I like them, but I've always felt like, I don't know. And especially when they create a line like Gundam Universe, which is cheaper. But anywho, it still doesn't matter to me because I still really wanted to get this. Voltes 5 is coming as well from the live action Filipino show. So that's pretty cool. That's coming out shortly, I believe. Maybe like next week or something in Japan. I don't know when I'm getting it, so do just stay tuned. I will be getting it at some point, but right now we have Grendizer U. So without any further ado, let's get to this review. And here's Grendizer U out of the package, and he's a pretty cool figure. Any like reservations I kind of had before are kind of, yeah, as far as like the price goes, like kind of have fallen away since I've been playing with this guy. He packs a lot in, and he's really cool. Like, he's just really cool. It's a very well done figure that doesn't lack in paint. It doesn't lack in articulation, like gimmicks. It's got accessories. So, I mean, you're getting a good, I'm not going to say value, but you're getting a decent amount here for the amount you're paying. And it does feel like quality. Like, this is something I always talk about, but the plastic quality on this guy is pretty fantastic. He feels really good. Like, it's just like a nice, smooth feeling. Just, I don't know, there's something about it. Tamashii, man, they know plastic. They know what they like, and they know how to get it. You know, it probably makes their figures more expensive, one of the things. No doubt. I mean, again, this is something I always talk about, but it goes a long way. It goes a long way in making a figure feel like it's quality when you do invest in that said plastic. This looks really good. It's a really nice design for Grendizer. It's like, you know, classic but updated, and it just works in my opinion. Very nicely done. Here's a more close-up on him. That head sculpt is phenomenal. The eyes look great in gold. Then there is like kind of black, but I think it's more gunmetal around it. It might be black, but it looks really good. Then the light blue and the dark blue on the nose section. Really nice. Actually, you know, that top part is kind of silvery, so silver and gold for the eyes. His horns look great in yellow. It's so perfectly like classic as well. You'd think it's white, but it's actually light gray. Looks really good all around. It's a beautiful head sculpt. The spikes on the head look great. The red underneath the spikes look great. Here's what the back of the head looks like. This kind of pops up here, which is cool. So you could go back. We'll get into the articulation and stuff in a bit, but man, that's a great head sculpt. Really, really nicely done. Then you got the I don't know exactly what they're called, but they're like blades that are on his shoulders, and then he does have like weapons that are come out of there. So we'll get to that in a little bit as well. But the silver looks awesome. I kind of like him better with the blades on them without them, but we'll see him after with that. Then you got the red chest piece here, which looks good. The middle section looks good. The dark blue underneath looks really nice. This lighter blue over here looks really good. Just beautifully sculpted arms. Robot, super robot, awesome arms. And then these blades on his arms, and they are like blades, look fantastic. Really, really nicely done. Red and light gray again. The hands are nicely sculpted. This is a good fist hand. Got the fist hand on the other side as well. And these do move around, as you can see. We'll play around with that a little more. I like the upper arms, too. Really nicely done. Then the Krajiji piece is great looking. I really, really like that. It incorporates those two blues. It's got the red around it. Really, really nicely done. And again, the dark blue back here. This is what his full back looks like. And you can see like there's like a nice shine. Hey, how are you, Ultrazilla? In there, which looks good. You got this little thing that opens in the back as well. We'll look at that in a little bit. The back of the legs, again, continues that same color scheme all the way down to the feet, which are very classic Grendizer Super Robot Mazinger family feet. Bottoms have like thrusters and stuff. A little bit of copyrights and stuff over there too. Really nice looking. The front of the legs look awesome. He's got really, really long legs, but, design is as it is, and that is correct. So, I mean, if you don't like that, can't do anything for you, but that is the design, and I think this is a really, really nice-looking Grendizer. Very, very well done, and again, the plastic quality feels good. It feels quality. Nothing is loose, it just looks good. And it feels good in hand, and yeah, I mean, you're winning a lot of the battle right there when it comes to, how much this new line costs. But like, yeah, this is looking great. And so for the articulation, the head moves back and forth. Again, you do have this part here that moves. So when you do go back, I mean, you're not getting a ton of motion out of it, but better than it. Kind of stopping everything, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool. I don't think it does anything else. Like, let's see. I don't think there's anything. Yeah, there's nothing really back there. It's just, to get you that extra little bit. So actually, oh, he can actually look up. Oh, you know what? That's going to be for the Spazer set later. There is a Spazer set, if you know Grendizer. He has a big spaceship that he attaches to, and that's going to be a Bandai exclusive. It comes with a Mazinger Z figure, smaller Mazinger Z figure. But there you go. You pull it all the way out, and then you got the articulation for him flying, which works good like this as well. So pretty excellent, honestly. The upper body joint moves unreally fantastic. Really, really good. So, oh, I almost got stuck there. So really nice. Then the waist joint also has a lot of movement back and forth and stuff. Really, really well done. Actually kind of pops up a little bit. The whole body, which is cool. And then you do have a kind of a, yeah, you do. A butterfly joint in here, which is nice. And then the arm goes up like that. You have a swivel at the bicep. You can move it within here, which is cool. And then the elbow is a double jointed, which is excellent. It actually can go back a little bit, and that's because you can pull it out, and I'll show you that after. And then the wrists, are on it's sort of a ball joint. I'll show you that after as well. That's cool. And then the legs can come out like so. Drop it down just slightly to get it, a little more full motion. Then you got super high kick, can go back, swell at the thigh. The double jointed knee works great, and then the foot is amazing because at the ankle you can pop it out and in, so to get more range of motion, which is absolutely cool. And then it goes back and forth really, really nicely. So here you go on this side too. Pop. Really, 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 oh, well done articulation on Grendizer. It's just a better show. He does have a drop down joint here. It is there, so it's in the directions. So, you know, it didn't drop down completely the first time I was doing it, but yeah, it's definitely there. And the other point of articulation is one of the gimmicks. It is the blades, they do come out. So you want to kind of take them out like so. And now you do want to do it in a certain way where, oh, let's go around this way here. So you take them out in a certain way, and they kind of like have this like kind of haphazard look to it. And that is his screwdriver punch, something like that. Screw crusher punch, I believe it's called. I mean, you can do it completely forward, but I think it's supposed to be a little bit, you know, crazy looking. So yeah, the screw crusher punch. So it's pretty cool. But then if you do put everything all towards the front, he then can do rocket punch, because you can take out his entire arm. So little rocket punch action there as well. So that's pretty cool. I do like that. But yeah, these blades are really, really nice. I would be careful with them. You know, I feel like they could, you know, come out really easy, and who knows how easy or not it is to break the little joints they are. But definitely, you know, go in one direction all the way through when you're opening and closing them. It's the best way to go. But yeah, I really like that a lot. Oh, so then this thing here, by the way, is just for you know, attachment to like a stand, like, you know, Tamashii Stage Act or something. So yeah, that's all that is. Grendizer comes with 2 extra sets of hands. You know, we get hands to hold his weapon in, and then kind of like these like splayed out open hands, which look good too. And here's what the joint looks like. See, it's not really a ball joint. It's kind of like almost like a mushroom type peg. Getting it in requires you to like poke holes in your skin from the blades, so be careful. So then we get the double axe Harkon, something like that. Pylon. I think it's Harkon, right? I think it's called different things. But anywho, as you can see, the blades there are the blades here, and they're on this nice metallic purple stick, which you can take out like so. And then you would put that in here. Drop it in, and then close it back up. And you know, you could do obviously with both hands, should you wish. But yeah, it's a very, very cool weapon. I guess you're supposed to really take these out when you do it. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of him without them, but I get it, you know. Like, I just think he looks cooler with the shoulder blades. But yeah, I mean, he's fine without it. It's just, I don't know. He's got holes then in his shoulders. But that's the proper look, so I definitely want to show that. And also, if you want to turn the axes, Harkins, into 2 separate pieces with little spikes at the end, yeah, you can do that too. So you just take out the tops, put them in here, like so. Actually, you know, you don't really want to do what I just did, because you're going to have to put it in his hand. So we could do this one here. So slip that into his hand first, and then you could pop the blade over that. So that's, you know, he does that. And then he's got the 2, which I think I like better, honestly. I think it looks really, really cool with both of them. in 2 separate hands. You just, could get so many cooler poses, in my opinion, with the 2 blades instead of the 1. But, you do you. But it's really cool either way. And for your size comparisons, here's a Grendizer with some MonsterVerse monster art, Godzilla, Kong, and Scar King, just to show you how big he is. Scar King's much taller than everybody here, but I was having a hard time standing up on my surface here. But you can see here, is the best thing here. Grendizer, he's taller than Kong, shorter than Godzilla, so he could work against them should you wish. And here's Grendizer with some other robots, including the Action Choice 2028, a robot Spirits King Gainer, and a Gundam Universe. I forget which one that is. That Sandrock? Anywho, he's actually about the same height, so I don't know. I thought these guys were a little bit bigger than this. Maybe they're bigger than their own Gundams, but this guy, he's on the level. And last but not least, here's Grendizer U with a couple of other Grendizers or Goldaraks. I haven't said Goldarak in this video, but in a lot of parts of the world, he's called Goldarak. Here he is with the HL Pro version. I think this was the metallic version. And then the soul of Chogokin. What was this? Dynamic Action line? Is that what it was called? Anywho, here they are together. I did break his leg joint, unfortunately. He took a tumble, but, I still have him. He still looks great. He's nice on a display. So, but yeah, here you go. This is the best articulated one, speaking of full action. And my final thoughts, well, let's start here, because the whole time I've been saying, even in my unboxing, I was saying, it's not worth the price, but in this review, this figure definitely made me think it was worth the price. Now, the price in my head that I was thinking was the price here in the States was $80. For some reason, the price escaped me of how much I actually paid from Japan, even though, that's common knowledge for me. But I paid, about $48, $46, give or take. I think right now it's $45, but, just a couple of weeks ago, I think it might have been just a little bit different. But about $45 to $48. That's pretty awesome. Yes, I had to pay for shipping. However, I shipped it with 2 other things, and that made the shipping a whole lot less. So definitely this figure comes out to, even less than I would have paid for it had I bought it from a US shop. That's one of those things that, Bandai definitely has to correct. At some point, hello, correct that. You don't ship things individually. You ship things in containers, everything together. So your shipping costs, while obviously large, it doesn't work out per piece. So, that's one of those things I've never liked about US distribution of this stuff, is they tend to add that little bit of cost to everything to cover that, and I hate that. And it makes, a lot of folks is, it skews their perspective on how much this stuff actually costs. So, keep that in mind when you're, going crazy about some of the prices of, your favorite Tamashii figures. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, back to this figure itself. It's really awesome. The paint is great. The articulation is outstanding. I like his weapon accessory. I like that you have 2 different options. I like that, the blades on his arms do cool things. I like that. Again, the articulation's fantastic. The extra articulation and stuff. Really, really nice figure. And the size is pretty good. He feels small, but he's not. And he's really good looking, and I really like him, and he won me over, right? So, I was hoping I would love this figure. I was a little, during the unboxing, but I'm fully back in here now, and I can't wait to get Voltus 5. So, there you go. That's my review on Grendizer U. He's a fantastic figure. Get him from Amazon Japan or HLJ if you can. You'll save a bit, but if not, I think he's worth $80 too, honestly. He's really good. And there you go, guys, especially free shipping. Then you're doing even better. And that's my review, guys. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you're new to the channel, why don't you go ahead and sub yourself for daily content, and let me help you diversify your collection. Until next time, peace out, peeps.